The design of this emergency department really is a commitment to a community that's committed to Bristol Health.
You want to minimize the high stress points of when you come into an emergency department. So that's really what we strove to do here.
Corner of this emergency department was really designed to be something like a beacon. Because we're set back so far from the street, we wanted people to be aware, and to see the hope that lies on this campus.
For starters, it's very open concept, and the open concept leads to a nursing standpoint where there's a lot of visibility throughout the space, and visibility and flowability, I believe, will help move patients through, which will help accommodate staff and also help the patients get to the places they need for help.
When you first walk in to the check-in area, we have some beautiful organic looking freeform, which are acrylic panels that have some nice blue paper in between them. They not only provide privacy for the patient, but they also provide almost like an artwork because it's so beautiful. We also wanted to incorporate some of the bright Bristol blues and yellows in this space to help establish it as a department of Bristol Hospital.
The room's all single, individual, really nice sized. They're all same-handed, so when the doctors come in, you don't have to think about where you're going to get that piece of equipment or where you're going to see that patient.
But I think also the incorporation of the sliding glass doors has really lent itself to allowing the patient some privacy while also keeping the ability to have some visibility on the patient as well too, to make sure that they're doing okay.
One of the more advanced goals we had was to create this very curved millwork in the space for the nurses. And with this design, we have this beautiful infinity symbol that has this curved millwork along the circulation path.
One of the most complex parts of healthcare facilities is often the ceiling and what's above it. We had regular mechanical engineering coordination meetings to make sure that everything was working above the ceiling so that we could really maximize the space that we have below the ceiling. Especially in spaces like this, we'd like to see tall ceiling heights. And it's not always achievable because of the demands that we have for mechanical needs or electrical needs. One of the specific locations that we really had to coordinate was right before you enter the rotunda. We have a little bit of a pinch point where the ceiling gets a little bit lower and the walls become a little bit narrower. In part, this was functional because we needed that mechanical plenum in order to be able to coordinate all of the different mechanical and electrical needs above the ceiling. But we took advantage of that moment by creating a more intimate space right before the rotunda, which is a very awe-inspiring moment.
We have a skylight in the rotunda that is beautiful, and we didn't want to take away from that. So it involved a lot of coordination with structural and the rest of the team in order to brace that to the sides of the soffit in order to suspend it properly and have views to the skylight above.
I think the openness of the design team to incorporate all suggestions and really go back to the team to make sure that this is what we want.
We did an awful lot of renderings. We did full room mock-ups so the nurses could go in and kind of touch and feel where these things were going to be located on the walls.
One thing that we always like to stress on, especially in a project of this complexity, is all of the different people who will be using the space. At Phase Zero Design, our mantra is, it's about you. And with this project, it's become more of an ideology and not just a tagline for us. So we really like to stress incorporating all of those different feedback items so that when they come and they experience the space for the first time, they're seeing all of the different things that they thought were important, that they need to work efficiently and comfortably.
The commitment that we made in 2019 is exactly what we're making today. It's to provide this incredible experience, this genuinely state-of-the-art facility that provides the best possible care when you have an emergency.